There are at least 6 different kits people are using right now to build AI agents. And every single week, someone in your feed swears theirs is the only one that matters. So I stopped reading the arguments and I built a factory. Picture one assembly line in one dark foundry, and on that conveyor belt sits a single agent, half built, waiting. 6 times I am going to send that exact same agent down the line, and each time a different kit is going to try to finish it. Google's kit, LangGraph, CrewAI, OpenAI's kit, Anthropic's, and Microsoft's. Same agent, 6 ways, side by side. So for once, you can actually see the difference instead of arguing about it. And here is the promise. By the end, you will know the one machine that lives inside all 6. You will know what each kit is secretly bad at, the part the docs never tell you, and you will know the exact one to learn first. No hype, no favorites, just the line. Fire it up. Before the first kit touches it, look at what is actually on the belt, because this is the thing nobody explains. Strip the logos of all 6 of these, and underneath, they are the same machine, built from 5 parts. Part 1, the tool loop. The model thinks, it calls a tool, it reads the result, and it goes again, around and around, until the job is done. That loop is the beating heart of every agent that has ever existed. Part 2, memory. Somewhere to hold the conversation and the working notes, so step 10 still remembers step 1. Part 3, the planner. The thing that decides what happens next, whether the model just wings it or follows a strict map you drew. Part 4, orchestration. How work gets handed from one agent to another when a single one is not enough. And part 5, observability. A window so you can actually watch what it did instead of praying. Tool loop, memory, planner, orchestration, and eyes. 5 parts. Burn them into your head, because from here on, every one of these 6 kits is just those 5 parts wearing a different coat. You are not learning 6 tools. You are learning one machine 6 times. Station 1 on the line, Google's Agent Development Kit, or ADK. Think of this as the heavy industrial arm of the foundry, the one built for a real factory floor, not a hobby bench. In ADK, you do not just write one agent, you compose them. There is a plain reasoning agent, and then there are workflow agents with blunt, honest names: sequential, parallel, and loop. And you snap them together to control exactly how the work flows. Its signature strength is the boring stuff that actually matters in production. Evaluation and deployment are built right in, so you can score whether your agent is any good and push it straight onto Google's cloud. It is also the reference build of the new agent to agent protocol, the emerging standard for letting agents from different companies talk. Now, the part the glossy demo hides. ADK asks you to learn a lot at once: agents, runners, sessions, events, and callbacks, all on day 1. And it quietly pulls you toward the Google Cloud world where it feels best. It is also young. Version 2 only went stable about 2 months ago, so the ground is still moving under your feet. Pick it when you live on Google Cloud and you need agents that are governed, testable, and deployed like real software. First part clicks into place. Station 2, LangGraph, and this is the one for the control freaks. And I mean that as the highest compliment. Where other kits hide the decision making, LangGraph hands you a pen and says, draw the map yourself. You literally build your agent as a graph. Boxes are steps, arrows are what happens next, and the arrows that loop backward, the ones that point to a step you already visited. That back edge is the exact thing that turns a plain script into an agent. Its superpower is durability. LangGraph can save the entire state of a run to disk. So if the machine crashes on step 19 of 20, it wakes up on step 19, not back at the start. That, plus first class human in the loop, where the agent pauses and waits for your approval, makes it the pick when you have to know and shape every single move. The honest cost, this is the steepest hill to climb of the six. You have to think in graphs and state before you get your first simple agent breathing. And for a quick job, it feels like heavy machinery. But it hit its first stable version one back in October, and real companies run on it. Uber, LinkedIn, and Klarna among them. Reach for LangGraph when the agent is long running, high stakes, and something you will be audited on. Part 2, Logged in. Station 3, CrewAI. And this is the friendliest machine on the whole line. Its entire idea is a metaphor you already understand. You do not wire up abstract parts, you hire a crew. You cast a team of agents, each with a role, a goal, and even a backstory. A researcher, a writer, an editor. And you let them collaborate like coworkers to get the job done. Nothing else here gets you to a working multi agent system faster. And nothing else demos this well. Because assemble a team of specialists just makes instant sense. But here is the twist, and it is a genuinely important one. The very thing that makes CrewAI magical, letting autonomous agents role play and figure it out, is the same thing that makes it hard to control in production, where you need the same answer every time. CrewAI knew this, so they bolted on a second layer called flows, an event-driven state machine that wraps a strict, predictable shell around the loose creative crew. And that little story is actually the whole industry in miniature. Everyone started with free autonomy and then came running back toward control. One more thing, CrewAI even tore out its old LangChain foundation and rebuilt itself from scratch to get lean. Pick it to prototype fast, and lean on flows the moment you need it to behave. Part 3, seated. Halt the line for 20 seconds. Look at the belt. 3 kits down, 3 to go. We are exactly halfway. And there is one part of this foundry I have not shown you yet, the quality inspector. Because here is the thing about what you are watching. I did not summarize a blog post. I pulled the real star counts, checked the version numbers, and read what each of these kits is honestly bad at. So you get the teardown, not the hype reel. That inspector, the thing that stamps every claim before it reaches you, is paid for by exactly one thing, a free tap from you. So, if this is saving you a weekend of trial and error, do the 2-second thing right now. Become a member here on YouTube and subscribe on Facebook. And just to be clear, subscribing on Facebook is not the same as following. It is the little button that actually keeps this going. That is the entire ask. The inspectors stamped. The line is moving again. Station 4 is where the machines get lean. Station 4, open, AI's Agents SDK. And after the last few heavyweight machines, this one is almost shocking in how little there is to it. This is minimalism as a design choice. Where other kits give you dozens of concepts, this gives you basically 3: an agent, a handoff, and a guardrail. And the handoff is my favorite trick in this whole video, because once you see it, multi-agent stops being mysterious. When one agent hands the job to a specialist under the hood, that handoff is literally just a tool call named transfer to the other agent. That is it. A handoff is a tool call in a trench coat. The whole thing is a tiny reasoning loop with the cleanest tracing built in. So you can watch every step for free. And it is not locked to OpenAI's own models. The catch is the flip side of that beauty. Because it hands you so little, you build the hard stuff yourself. The durable memory, the crash recovery, the complex branching, there is no safety net for those. And it is still before version 1, so the ground can shift under a minor update. Choose it when you want a clean, small, few agent system and you are happy owning the plumbing. Part 4, Snapped on. Station 5, Anthropic's Claude Agent SDK, and this one is different from everything else on the line in one wild way. It is not a framework someone wrote for you to fill in. It is the actual engine that runs Claude code. The coding agent handed to you as a library you can import. Let that land. With the others, you assemble the machine. With this one, you are handed a machine that already ships as a real product, and you just point it at a task. You give it a goal, a set of tools, and a permission level, and the same battle tested loop that writes code and runs commands inside Claude Code goes and does it safely in a sandbox, asking before it touches anything it cannot undo. That makes it the strongest pick on the line for coding, computer use, and file system agents right out of the box because Anthropic already solved the hard parts. The honest limits, it only runs on Claude, no swapping in another model. And it is opinionated. The loop is largely their design, so you get less fine grained control than LangGraph or ADK. Try to force it into a rigid, deterministic org chart of agents, and you are fighting the grain. But for give it a goal and a sandbox and let it work, nothing here is more direct. Part 5, Live. Station 6. And this is the one that could quietly waste a month of your life, so lean in. If you Google best agent framework, tonight, the top of almost every list is Microsoft's AutoGen, and it wears the biggest crown on the whole line, nearly 60,000 stars, more than anything else we have covered. And you should not start a new project on it, because here is what the star count will not tell you. Earlier this year, Microsoft folded AutoGen and another one of its projects together into a brand new kit called the Microsoft Agent Framework, which went stable in April. And it put the old AutoGen into maintenance mode. Bug fixes only, no new features. The single most popular repository in the entire field is the one Microsoft itself has quietly parked. That is the single most valuable thing I can tell you today. Stars are a trailing number, a scoreboard of the past, and on a frontier, moving this fast, they will happily point you straight at a dead end. The live one, the agent framework, has a fraction of the stars, around 12,000, and it is the one built for .NET and Azure shops that need enterprise governance. So the lesson of Station 6 is not really about Microsoft. It is, do not let a big number pick your tools. Sixth and final part, in place. So the line is complete. 6 kits, 1 agent. And now the payoff, because if you remember only one thing, remember this. Watch what happened as these machines evolved. LangGraph, Google's ADK, and Microsoft's new framework all arrived from 3 completely different starting points at the exact same idea. Build your agent as an explicit graph over shared state. When 3 rival teams sprint in opposite directions and end up in the same room, that room is where the truth is. Bet on that idea, the graph, and the 5 parts, not on the logo. Now, the one you should actually learn, chosen by the job in front of you. Need maximum control and something you will be audited on LangGraph. Want the fastest, most intuitive team of agents, CrewAI. Want the smallest, cleanest possible setup, OpenAI's SDK. Building a coding or computer use agent, the Claude Agent SDK. Living on Google Cloud, ADK. Deep in .NET and Azure, the Microsoft Agent Framework, never the old AutoGen. And if you are a total beginner who just wants to understand agents for life, start with OpenAI's SDK for the clean mental model. Then graduate to LangGraph, the day you need real control. That path teaches you the machine, not just a tool. Most people will spend this week arguing about which agent kit is best. You just watched all six build the same agent, and you walked away with the one thing that outlives every framework, the five parts they all share. I put the entire decision onto a single page. Every kit, its real strength, what it is secretly bad at, and which job it wins, cleaned up and ready to pin above your desk. To grab it free, just comment the word Foundry on this video and I will send it straight to you, or it is linked below. And if you are newer to all this and you just want to get hands on, my 4 beginner guides start you from zero Claude code, Codex, using Claude for real work, and getting certified, all linked in the description. If this saved you a weekend, do the 2-second thing, become a member here on YouTube, and subscribe on Facebook, so I can keep tearing down every new tool the honest way. And follow on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, so the next teardown finds you the day it lands. Now close the tabs, stop arguing, and go build one.